Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of February 2025. My name is Laura, aka Baby Curl Tarot, and we are going to be taking a look at what the month of February has in store for you. But before we do that, I want to take a moment to talk about something that is really close to my heart. So if you want to go ahead and skip to the reading, you're more than welcome to do so now. Otherwise, if you want to learn more about what you can do to help those who have been affected by the LA wildfires, please stick around. I live in a county that is neighboring LA. I have friends, I have family that live there, so this is really personal to me. But I'm sure that a lot of you watching this video have also felt the incredible amount of sadness that all of us here in California are feeling, which is why I wanted to share some ways that you can help those who've been directly affected by these fires. I can tell you from firsthand experience that there is an immense need right now in LA for things like hygiene products, water, non perishable foods, clothing, blankets, and so much more. And these needs are honestly going to extend long after the fires are actually put out, just because there are going to be so many people that aren't going to be in a position to rebuild immediately. One beautiful thing I will say about LA and Californians in general is that we've really come together and shown out for our neighbors in terms of volunteering and donating. It's been really beautiful to see, and I just feel that now more than ever. We are going to need to come together and support one another as a national and maybe even global community. Um, so, with all that said, I've included some links to some organizations that are actively taking donations right now to help those affected by the wildfires. So, if you want to check that out and donate, um, that would be wonderful. Um, and if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Now, let's get into your reading. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot. What messages do you have for the Cancer Collective for February 2025? What messages do you have for the Cancer Collective for February 2025? All right, let's see. Okay. All right, what do we have? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Four of Swords, the Devil in reverse. Okay. Eight of Wands reversed. And finally, the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Yeah. Move these around a little bit and get them more centered. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of praying, watching, and waiting. Praying, watching, and waiting. There's a situation that you're seeking more clarity on. For some of you, this could be a relationship. This could be an opportunity. I feel like some of you are really unsure if this is a healthy situation for you to be in. With the Devil in reverse, I feel like this situation may have reminded you from of something or someone in the past that wasn't exactly a positive experience. Okay. For let's say this is a romantic relationship, you have someone that's coming towards you that you feel like is maybe, I don't know, like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is giving kind of gold digger energy. So maybe you had someone that had like expectations of you taking care of them, even though that was never something that you guys had talked about before, but they were getting that energy of like not contributing or not adding to, let's say, like the household in any way. Does that make sense? Or everything that they made was theirs and everything that you made was also theirs. Does that make sense? That's kind of the energy I'm getting. So some of you guys may have recently met someone new that reminds you a lot of this Queen of Pentacles in reverse from your past. And you're trying to figure out, like, okay, have I learned the lesson? Am I seeing this person for who they really are? Is this person also going to hurt me? And you guys are taking a moment to like pray, to meditate, and really try and suss out the situation to see if this person is going to show up like the last person did. You're really taking your time. You don't want to make a decision, and you're just kind of keeping your eye on the situation. Let's say this is a work situation. You had an issue with a supervisor years ago, and you're like, I don't know, this new supervisor I'm working at this new company is reminding me a lot of Joe from the last company I worked at, and that was not a great situation. So you're like, I'm keeping an eye on this person. I don't really know, I'm not really sure about all of this. But with the devil in reverse, this is positive to me because it feels like you have learned a little lesson from this past situation, and now you're able to recognize the red flags, so to speak, and you are definitely not as inclined to just jump into a negative situation that's going to hurt you again. Let's see if we can get more clarity from the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. Hello. Message. What else? We have the King of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Nine of Wands. Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Very interesting. There's a message coming through. There's a realization. There's a conversation coming in very quickly. I definitely feel like your guard is up. But I feel like there's a conversation coming, probably from this person, to be like, hey, why have you been so distant? Why have you been so guarded, like, in getting to know me? So I feel like there's going to be at least a conversation of like, hey, you either tell them everything that you experienced in the past and kind of be a little bit more vulnerable, or you hold on to that information and keep your guard up and keep looking at them sideways. Like, either way, it feels like staying guarded is not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to allow you to grow. Okay, again, I feel like this devil in reverse card is saying it's giving me a lot of hope for the situation. Not everything is going to be exactly as it was in the past. Now, I'm not saying completely let your guard down if you're definitely seeing someone that is for sure that person. But I feel like for those of you that are resonating with this message, I think there's still a lot of hurt and healing that still needs to be done around this past relationship, and that may possibly be kind of blinding you or preventing you from opening up to people that no longer fit that energy that you were dealing with in the past. Does that make sense? This also could be a message of this particular person actually coming back around. Okay, so you may be getting a message from this actual person that had that energy in the past. To which I say you can block and bless. You can block and bless them, and have them go about their day without getting into your energetic field. And for some of you, I feel like that is definitely the message. You've been doing enough healing and work to know when it's time to block an energy that is no longer healthy for you. I feel like you've cut the tie, you've cut the chain, you've cut the cord, so to speak, and you are no longer being strung along by this type of energy. And I feel like you guys are still in the space of healing, but I think you recognize that you are in the process of healing. And so you definitely don't want anything like this coming into your energy, confusing you or throwing you off track, because that is not the energy we're on. We are on the energy of improvement, not being stuck in repetitive cycles of unhealed BS. Okay. All right, Cancers. I love that for us. I'm a Cancer rising. So I love my Cancer community, even though I'm not a Cancer sun. I do love my Cancers out there. Okay. So a little bit, two different messages for two different groups of people. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I hope this makes sense, but I'm going to go ahead and close out the reading with an Oracle deck. Spiritual Team, Citadel Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Cancer community? The Cancer community, the Cancer collective, excuse me. Same thing. You know what I meant. All right. What messages do we have for Cancer collective? The Witch, experimentation and rebellion. Interesting. I feel like this is not just the season of the witch, but season of healing, the season of becoming that boss witch. No, you don't have to be a woman to identify as a boss witch. You don't have to identify as a woman to identify with the King of Cups, or you don't have to identify as a man to identify with the King of Cups. Like, gender is not specific in the tarot, in my opinion, and a lot of other readers will tell you the same. Doesn't matter if you're non-binary, if you're born a woman, if you were born a man, or if you are trans. It does not matter. You can identify with an energy that speaks to you. So I feel like there's a lot of not only healing taking place in your life at this part of your journey, Cancers, but I also feel like there's a lot of beauty and health and opportunities that are being created out of this healing. It's transmutational energy. And I feel like you guys are really having fun getting to know yourselves away from these types of energies. So I would say in order to keep that energy out, you got to be very, very, very intentional about that. And I feel like you guys are. I feel like you guys are there. You're finally like at a place where like, I don't need this. Like, I really don't need that energy in my life because I have so many beautiful things that I'm creating. I'm creating this space that is safe, that is healing, that is abundant. Like, I'm creating the space for myself, and I don't need anybody getting in my way. is the energy I'm getting. All right, we have the Muse, generosity and naivety. Okay, this could talk about the energy that you've left behind in a lot of ways. Now, I'm not saying like you are like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? I lost it. Anyways, I feel like there was definitely quite a few of you that would have easily taken this person back if this was a couple months ago to maybe a year or two ago. I think you easily would have taken this person back, but I feel like you have evolved and developed in such a way where you're no longer generous with your energy with people who don't deserve it. You're a lot more productive. You've gone from this like very generous, kind, almost naive energy to this witch where like you really don't care who gets upset by you setting boundaries or who gets upset by you protecting your peace, protecting your energy, protecting your space, which is beautiful. And I love that for us. I love that for you. So I feel like this is the energy you have come from, and this is the energy you are in now. So don't forget to look back and be proud of how far you've come, Cancers, okay? Especially because if people get nasty and try to make you feel bad, that's another thing. It's like they're trying to remind you and put you back in your place, quote unquote, and be like, oh, you're not that same doormat I remember. Why are you like this? Why are you setting boundaries and being strong and independent? How dare you? Why are you being so mean? Ew. No. Fuck off. Sorry. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Enchanter. Okay, a lot of witchy energy. My Cancers, are you guys witches? Or energy workers? Or healers? Or brujas? Or hoodoos? Or voodoos? Priestesses? I can't talk. Priestesses, I'm trying to remember. Like, I'm trying to be inclusive to everybody. But I feel like a lot of you guys have really powerful energy. But this Enchanter, it says deception and trickery. So for those of you where you have like an ex or a boss that was toxic coming back around, yeah, there you go. They're trying to change their perspective. They're trying to change your perspective on them, um, and kind of like get back in your good graces so they can wreak havoc in your life all over again. A lot of magic energy. You guys are very powerful, magical people. I love that. So hold your ground, hold your boundaries. You've come so far, so there's no need to let people back into your space that are full of BS. But also don't be afraid to still be that kind and welcoming soul to people who aren't this energy. Like giving opportunities to people is okay, but recognizing when those opportunities are being taken advantage of. That is the lesson and the growth that you've done, and the ability to recognize when that is happening means that you've really come a long way in your ability to set boundaries for yourself, and love yourself. Does that make sense? All right, Cancers, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this month. Please leave a like, a comment, and maybe share with another Cancer if this resonated. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Again, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope to see you in the next video. And yeah, have a beautiful day. Bye.